So Algeria, the champions of the 32nd edition of the African Cup of Nations, which was held in the year 2019, as we should all know. Congratulations to Algeria, first of all. Congratulations to my Manchester City player, Riyad Mahrez, who has lifted 2 Premier League titles since his rise from the second division in French football. He has won a domestic treble this season. He has just been doing awesome things in club football and now for the first time with his national team. Congrats to the winning coach, Jamel Belmadi. He is a very intelligent man, and with his strategies and tactics well implemented, his team, Algeria, lifts the 2019 African Cup of Nations trophy. Well deserved, very well deserved. Maybe not after the way the final was played, but overall, well-deserved winners. Hard luck to Sadio Mane and Senegal at the beginning of the tournament. He said he would trade his Champions League trophy for this African Cup of Nations title. Well, he will have to wait another 2 years if he wants to do so. Hard luck to Aliou Cisse, the coach of the Senegalese team. When Senegal made it to the finals back in 2002 and they lost in a penalty shootout against Cameroon, Aliou Cisse was the man who missed his penalty. He was also the captain, and now he has to experience heartbreak once again. Senegal was actually the team I predicted to win the entire thing, and they almost did so. So all in all, I did not do too bad in terms of my predictions. I would also like to take the time to congratulate my fellow YouTuber and friend Football Pharaoh for getting his prediction right, because he did predict the Senegal versus Algeria final, and he did predict Algeria to be the eventual winners. Although his team Egypt bowed out in the round of 16, he still has something to be cheerful about. As for the team I followed throughout the tournament, Nigeria, they placed third after defeating Tunisia 1-0, courtesy of a goal by Odion Ighalo, who is the tournament's highest goal scorer with 5 goals. So congrats to Odion Ighalo, who has now retired from international football, along with his captain, John Obi Mikel. Thank God. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you guys think I hate John Obi Mikel, but I actually don't, okay? Team actually is better off without him in this day and age. But congratulations to Gernot Rohr's men for placing third at the tournament after missing the last 2 events. They have done themselves proud. Also, congrats to Tunisia for placing 4th after having been so convincing throughout the entire tournament. All in all, it was a great tournament. Despite the expansion to 24 teams, we did not see any weakness at all. We did not see any team get blown away. Guys, just think about it. You just think about it. We saw teams get blown away in the CONCACAF Gold Cup and also in the CONMEBOL Copa America, but not the African Cup of Nations. It was very tough. It was closely contested, and most of us did not even predict that Algeria would be eventual winners. I did not do a prediction video for the final, but guys, I swear to the God above that I did predict an Algeria win. I was gonna actually say that I want Senegal to win it, but I think Algeria is gonna do it, and they eventually did so, courtesy of a second-minute goal by Boundejah. What a fluke goal, what an unfortunate goal to concede by Senegal. Like, guys, I had my son and I was doing something, and I looked up and the ball was looped up over Gomis and he was actually watching it, and I'm like, it's gonna go over, but somehow it ended up in the back of the net. The commentators weren't even aware of what was going on. It wasn't like any goal, and it's an opening. It wasn't even anything like that. It was just Boundejah celebrating like a madman. That gave us the indication that a goal had been scored. So that second-minute goal by Boundejah turned out to be the game's only goal, and it was not the most exciting of finals, but sometimes it does not need to be exciting. You just need to get the job done and win the game to lift the title. That's the most important thing. They weren't pretty, they weren't so attractive to look at, but in the end, they are the champions of Africa. After Algeria got that go-ahead goal, it was mainly Senegal on the attack for most part of the remainder of the first half. Algeria was only sitting back, breaking up whatever play Senegal brought brought to them. They were compact in defense, they were gritty, and they frustrated the Lions of Teranga. In terms of going forward, Senegal were actually the better team. I can't say the same for their end product, but in attack, they looked dangerous. But Algeria's defense was equal to the task. I actually think that coach Jamal Belmadi had a game plan. Early on in the group phase, Senegal and Algeria did meet, and in the press conference, Belmadi knew every single one of these Senegalese players. So it just tells you how much he knows about his opposition. Like, you know the players on the other team. Like, most coaches do not know the entire opposition team. So hats off to him. He is not an international coach, even though he is born in France. He's a former Algerian international, and for him to come out and win the African Cup of Nations is a big achievement. Also, for the first time since 1998, two local coaches were in the finals of the AFCON, so that's a great look for the local coaches in Africa. After Senegal went behind, we can't say that they did not get their opportunities to equalize, because they definitely did, but Algeria closed down whatever attack they brought to them very well. We could all recall Mbaye Niang's shot that just went over the crossbar, and also when he got in behind the Algerian goalkeeper, but instead of trying to put it across, he shot and it went wide. So I think in terms of decision making, Mbaye Niang was pretty poor in the match. In the middle of the field, I think that Algeria won that battle because Senegal was stifled creatively. Sadio Mane, Mbaye Niang, and Ismail Assar was starved of service, and anything they had going forward had to be manufactured by themselves. One must also question the Cameroonian referee Alioum because his decision making was a bit suspect in the game as well. I could recall Senegal putting together a really good play, and that's when Senegal were actually heating up, and Ismail Assar got on the end of a ball and he was fouled inside the box. If you go back and you look back at it, it was a foul. If only Alioum had just stalled the game, referred to VAR, and checked for himself, maybe he would have reversed his decision. But he just made the call, and I think that was a wrong call. That went against Senegal. And a little later, when Senegal actually got a penalty rewarded, he then chose to refer to VAR, and then he overturned that decision. But I think he rightfully overturned the decision because if you look back, the Algerian player was trying to get his hand away from the ball, and that's when it struck his arm. Giving a penalty for handball in the box has become a very controversial thing, and a lot of the spectators do not understand the rule. But I think it was the right call. But he should have done the same for the previous incident with Ismail Assar. I'm not saying that that would have changed the outcome of the game, but you have to be fair. It's just that simple. You have to use the resources that are available to you, and that's VAR. So all in all, I think the refereeing was kind of subpar. It could have been better. As it got closer to the end of the game, Senegal tried their hardest to pull back an equalizer, but they were futile in their efforts. Algeria just kept plugging away. They were very gritty, and to back them up, their goalkeeper Mboli pulled off some really good saves whenever he was needed. When you look back at it, I think if Senegal was playing a different opposition, they would have won this game, but not today against this Algerian team. But Senegal also has themselves to blame because they had the set piece opportunities, they had more shots off at goal, and they couldn't score. One may also argue that Keita Bale should have been introduced into the game a bit earlier, and Mbaye Niang should have been off the field because he has been making some horrible decisions for Senegal as of late. You could all remember the World Cup. And we could all argue that if Kalidou Koulibaly was in the team, Senegal could have won the game. But it's all done and dusted. Algeria are the champions of Africa. So congratulations to Algeria, even though they weren't the most convincing team in the finals. Overall, I have to say that they truly deserve it. So even though Senegal outshot Algeria, they outpassed them, they passed the ball much better They had most of the possession. They still end up losers. And I think one stat that matters the most in this game is the 32 fouls that Algeria committed on Senegal comparing to their 18. We could all say that Algeria roughed up Senegal just like they did in the group fixture, where Senegal was also the more impressive team and still came out on the losing end. This was actually the 5th meeting in the African Cup of Nations between Algeria and Senegal, and Algeria is yet to lose a single game. This is their 4th victory and they have picked up a single draw, which happened in the last African Cup of Nations. Senegal and Algeria have now been drawn in the same group for the last 3 consecutive African Cup of Nations, and Algeria keeps coming out on top, and they have done so when it matters the most in the final of the 2019 event, and they are now the kings of Africa. So congratulations to Algeria. They deserve it. Congrats. And in 23 matches dating all the way from 1977 to 2019, Algeria has now won 14 out of those 23 matches, with Senegal winning 4 and 5 matches ending in draws. So if you had analyzed the head-to-head between these two teams and you know your history, you should have known that Algeria would have went on to win this game. So guys, I would like to take the time to thank each and every one of you who have followed me on my 2019 African Cup of Nations journey. I did the tournament while I did the Gold Cup and the Copa America, and when those tournaments were over, I went on vacation and I still continue talking about the AFCON, and now it is all over. So I would like to ask you guys to continue following my channel for me and not so much for the African Cup of Nations, because I'm sure I'll be talking about a lot of things that you guys are also interested in. I will be talking about the 2022 World Cup qualifiers and a lot of club football. And I know you guys love club football, right? So guys, I'm your boy Dominic Rich. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. If I miss any major talking points, please leave it in the comment section down below. I'm only human. I'm not a robot. I cannot talk about everything. I tried my best to talk about everything in this video. You could ask my wife. She's sitting right over there, right? Right, wife? So guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And until my next video, I like to say, peace out, Rich Squad.
That's how you say robot.
Come here. Woo! Look. Woo! Say hi. Look there, look. Say hi. Hi. Say hi.
Yeah, why you
What happened? You don't like to be on camera? Yeah? Okay, quiet up this boy here. Boy!